Let's do this.
It's that time of day again, everybody. I would like to ask Keiji Inafune and Concept one simple question.
What is your major malfunction?
Seriously, what the heck is going on, guys? As you guys know, my number 9 was released as of yesterday, June 21st. And so far, I've been hearing either very mediocre or very negative things about the game, which is really sad, because we all know, if you've been watching this channel for a few months, this game has been delayed many times, has been in development since 2013, and yet it still has problems, and people are not enjoying it so far. I personally have, being a majority of the game already. I got through all the mighty numbers so far. I beat the DLC level, and I'm going to start recording footage of the final levels in a bit, because I am doing a Let's Play of it at this point, so yeah, that'll come out when it comes out. But for right now, it is really sad, really, that everybody has been waiting so long for this game. We all wanted it to come out. No more drama over, these stupid delays and all that. But now we're seeing the final product, and it's kind of worse than we were expecting, to be honest. Like, for me, guys, it's going to be kind of biased here. I've been enjoying the game. I've been playing the Wii U version, and yes, there's a bunch of technical just glitches here and there, the frame rate issues. I've been getting a loading screen every single time I die, and each one lasts like 30 seconds. It's been getting annoying. And seeing all these graphical issues, like the textures, I didn't think they were this bad, but yeah, they just are. Graphically, it could have been way better. All that stuff. But this is not what I'm here to talk about. This is, maybe I'll give my first impressions later on in a bit. But for right now, I'm starting this video because I wanted to talk about our favorite game developer, Mr. Inafune. Now, what did Mr. Inafune say to all this negative feedback about Mighty Number 9, of it being uninspired, of it being, lackluster, of it, having these issues, which it shouldn't have to begin with? What does he got to say on this? He says, the launch version of Mighty Number 9 is better than nothing. It's better than nothing. That's the assessment of Keiji Inafune following the damning critical reception of his new platformer, Mighty Number 9. The reality is they put everything into making this game. They didn't try to microtransaction it out. They didn't try to DLC it out for extra money. They put it all in. So for now, this is what you see and what you get for the Mighty Number 9 world. But again, we hope that if things go well, there will be sequels. Because I'll tell you what, I'm not getting my 2D side-scrolling fill. Mr. Inafune, nobody is. And at the end of the day, even if it's not perfect, it's better than nothing. At least that's my opinion. Okay, what do you guys have to say about this? That is terrible reasoning. Where, boy, what is that supposed to mean? Is better than nothing. Okay, Mr. Inafune, if this is your excuse for having the game be so subpar, it's better than nothing. That's like saying you're better off drinking your own piss than dying of dehydration. Sure, you could stomach it, but at the same time, you're still wanting some actual water. Okay? That is not the way to go about, defending yourself in this. You guys could have done so much more, okay? I expected a lot more out of you guys. You guys have been making Mega Man games since 1987. You've taken a dive into making 2.5D platformers before, 3D games. You've dealt with making graphics for games and all this other stuff. And this is all we get. There's a bunch of frame rate issues, at least with the Wii U version. Apparently the Wii U version is the worst version of the game, but that's besides the point. all these issues, this stuff, regardless of the platform, this stuff should have been ironed out. Okay, you can't say that it's better than nothing when you have over $4 million in your budget and you've been working on this game for 3+ years. Okay, there's no excuse for that. That's not how you're supposed to go about this. Okay, you can't just say you're better off doing this than that if you've had more than enough time to optimize your product. There's really no excuse for that. And then, yeah, sure, you managed to put all the stuff in the game, talk about like the online mode, how you wanted to put it in from the very beginning. Granted, I still don't know who that is, who's to blame here for that. I don't know whether it's Deep Silver or Concept themselves, but for the hell of it, though, it's like, that online mode was still pretty stupid. By the way, I'll get into that when I start the Let's Play, when I start uploading Let's Plays and all that stuff. But, yeah, sure, there's no microtransaction, and technically there is. You have one level that is DLC in it, which also includes an extra playable character and all that stuff, so yeah, you technically are, that's technically not a microtransaction, but, you didn't put all the stuff in. That's what I'm talking about. You still gotta download it from an alternate server and all that. So even that doesn't make that much sense. Now let's talk about him wanting to make sequels, not getting his 2D scrolling fill and all that stuff. How does he expect to make a sequel from Mighty Number 9 when the game is getting all these bad reviews? When hype for the game has pretty much died down to its lowest? Nobody's going to want to get this game. I haven't seen this game getting advertised anywhere, really. Like on the Nintendo eShop, when I went to go download it, I did not see anything about it on there. No banners, no nothing. Nothing saying Mighty Number 9 is out. You can get it here. You pretty much have to go digging for it nowadays, unless you're a backer, in which you get essentially a free version of it. Not really free, because I paid $60 for it. So it seems free, if only because I've had to wait so long for this game to come out that I forgot I even paid for it. And I actually paid 3 times the necessary amount for it. But how are you going to make a profit off of this game from people who have not backed it if we are hearing nothing but terrible things about it, and this is your attitude towards it? I seriously feel he did not do his best. And the whole 2D side-scrolling thing, the reviews saying that, the mixed to negative reviews of it seems so uninspired, like it's too similar to the original Mega Man. And originally this video was going to be kind of defending Inafune and that whole rating about like how it's uninspired and how it's too similar to Mega Man and how it seems kind of generic, like if Inafune himself, like the Inafune we knew from the 80s and 90s didn't make this or whatever, if that makes any sense. I was originally going to defend this, but then I read this article and I'm like, wow, you know what? No, I can't defend him at this point. I gotta bring this up. This is stupid. So, yeah, I don't know how the heck he expects to make sequels for Mighty Number 9 when the likelihood of him making a profit off of it is not very likely, because two things. One, there's been controversy that possibly they did not use all $4 million in their budget. So, which means they only used like $1 million of it, so they have $3 million sitting around. Wouldn't surprise me. It looks like that's what they did. Even then, that still seems kind of BS. So they still got money lying around, and they're gonna try to make more sequels, but using that, and also they don't have to make a new engine and all that from scratch. They can just reuse this one, so that automatically takes a lot of the cost out. They still have Deep Silver as their publisher and all that, so they'll probably get money from them if absolutely necessary. Because, yeah, if they try to do a Kickstarter for a sequel to Mighty Number 9, nobody's going to support it. Or very few people are going to support it. Because the reason why Mighty Number 9 was such a runaway project back in 2013 is because this was barely off the trail of, Capcom being stupid. Mega Man was not getting acknowledged, like, anywhere. That's... Everything seemed kind of BS, and Inafune just seemed like the savior. He wanted to stick it to Capcom, saying, this is where the money's at. You guys are being stupid. I'm going to do my own thing. There's no way you can stop us now. And then everything was awesome. Like, I thought Inafune at that point was like my favorite developer. I still have a bit of respect for the guy, but not nearly as much. I don't praise him nearly as much as I did back in 2013 and prior. So, and the reason why nobody cares now is because it's been 3 years. Capcom has already announced stuff involving Mega Man and has, released the Legacy Collection. They've, as much of a backlash as the new cartoon design is getting for Mega Man, that's still something they're doing. They're still trying to expand the franchise a bit more with that. And, basically, yeah, Capcom's just done more with Mega Man than Inafune has done with Mighty Number 9, and it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy, really. The whole point was so that way Capcom sees the success of Mighty Number 9, they realize that Mega Man really isn't dead, that there are still people out there willing to support and would definitely buy a game of that caliber. But then, takes Inafune so long, Capcom was like, what, screw it, let's just add insult to injury for him, and then we'll just do our own thing with Mega Man, and there you go. So with Capcom getting reinvested in Mega Man, all these delays, the shady Kickstarter stuff with like Red Ash and all that stuff, and now the game is finally out. We got a bunch of glitches, we got technical issues and all that stuff. It's done. It is definitely done. Mighty Number 9, you can try your best, Inafune. You can try to make a sequel, but at this point in time, it doesn't look like you're going to get very far with it. I don't know what else to say. It's just like, I will sound like a broken record. I'm pretty sure I've like reiterated like 1 billion points already involving talking about, why Inafune is kind of talking out of his behind now. And I don't know. I honestly don't know. And then to fast forward to a few hours later, we get another article from Inafune about, the issues with Mighty Number 9. And here he's been a bit more humble about it, saying, I own all the problems that came with the game. I think that's a translation error or something like that, because that doesn't make any sense. I own all the problems that came with the game, which I guess he means he's being held responsible for it. He's, and all that stuff. And to quote him, I want to word this in a way to explain some of the issues that came with trying to make a game of this size on different platforms. I'm kind of loath to say this because it's going to sound like an excuse, and I don't want to make any excuses. I own all the problems that came with this game, and if you want to hurl insults at me, it's totally my fault. I'm the key creator. I own that responsibility, which, okay, good. You realized that you were being stupid with this, and you should have handled this better. Okay, good. That's great. I'm glad you're at least taking responsibility for it, but the damage has already been done. Releasing this game so late, and with there still being problems, this is stuff that would happen if you took less than a year to make a game. You had 3 years. They're probably too busy focusing on the online mode, trying to get that fixed, that they forgot, oh yeah, there's an actual game to this, and it has problems, and we didn't fix any of them. So I don't know. It's like he's trying to fix it, but saying you're sorry doesn't fix all the the kind of the respect that you lost. And what has happened to this potentially awesome franchise. Because like I would have liked to have seen a sequel to this. There's a cartoon. I would have probably watched it. Probably wouldn't have been religiously watched it, but I probably would have taken a dive into it to see what it is. I wouldn't have minded a manga to come out with it. This seems interesting enough. I don't mind that. So, but now we won't be able to get that because nobody cares anymore, really. And pretty much all interest has been killed. So, yeah, I think this video has gone on for long enough, though. I've been going on 15 plus minutes about how Inafune is being kind of dumb. My first impressions of the game, which, as bad as it sounds, guys, it's not terrible. This isn't Sonic 06 bad. This isn't, Mega Man X7 bad. This is just a Mega Man styled game that is lackluster. That if they had dropped the price, if they had fixed all these issues from the beginning, they had done all that, probably would have ended up better, but it didn't. And like I said, I'll probably be doing a Let's Play about it. I actually will be doing a Let's Play about it. I've already recorded more than half of the game already, so you want to learn more about my impressions and see how the game is and get some tips about it, because I've already become kind of an expert about the game already. It's been out for a little over a day. So, yeah. I'll be seeing you guys next time. And like, comment, and subscribe. Support the channel and all that. And I'll be seeing you possibly during the Mighty Number 9 playthrough, guys. Have a good day.